I saw the original in the 50s, and then I saw the second original, which is the George and Brad and Matt version, and I loved the style. I loved the vibe. It was a fantasy, yet it had very real moments. So everything was very believable, even though it was implausible. They had you believe it because they were so committed to being in that world, and it just reminded you of how movies used to be made. That it was about the costumes, it was about the sparkle and the glitz and the sexiness of it all. It was about an ice cube in a drink and things like that. I don't think we have as much, so we don't. It's needed. A little bit of that fantasy is needed, and they gave it to us. What made me want to be a part of the project is that hopefully there would be an assembly of 8 really fun women to be around, where all of us had our moment in our time while working together. That was the fantasy, and then that came together. And the role of Debbie is very much in the vein of George's role, George Clooney, in that she's the mastermind. She's not the one who's got all the talent, but she knows talent and she knows how to put it together, and she lets them do their job. And it's just in her blood. She's a thief, like her family. They're all thieves. She comes from a family of thieves, and it's what she's good at. It's what she loves and what she's passionate about. So very much like George, her job is to just assemble the best and let them do some stealing. Deb and Lou have set their sights on money, but what they're stealing is not money. And it's not so much what they're stealing. I think it's the thrill of the steal and seeing if they can steal it. They intend to steal something that's very much in a public place, very much will be surrounded by hundreds of people, will be eyed by many cameras, is sitting on the beautiful bosom of a very public figure, and it's in the Metropolitan Museum of Art during the Met Ball. So makes you wonder, why of all things is that what you want to steal when you get out of prison? You're basically asking to get thrown back into jail. The first person they get is Rose, who is a fashion designer whose fashions aren't up with the times, and she has a lot of investors. She's an incredible amount of debt, and so they've sort of pinpointed her as the person who would be most likely to be swayed into this criminal world because she is desperate enough. There was Constance, who's a brilliant pickpocket. Apparently, there's a big turnover in pickpockets. So we had to go with some fresh and new talent. Then we have a great jeweler, Mindy Kaling, who is very familiar in the world of jewelry, cutting jewels, disassembling them, reassembling them. Then there is the fabulous, untethered Tammy, who is an old friend of mine and Kate's character. And she's a housewife now, very happy with her family in the suburbs, but you soon find out that she hasn't really stepped completely away from the criminal world. Ariana is our computer mastermind who helps us hack into all the systems that we need to sort of hack into. New York is an energy, is an actor on its own. New York is a character. There's an energy you can't describe. I always tell people, the minute you drive over the bridge and you see the skyline, there's a part of you that gets turned on, whether you've been there or not. It's an energy. It's a battery. It ignites something in you, and just the unexpected keeps you on your toes. It has you have to navigate around things. The city doesn't stop for you when you film a movie. You just film around it, and there's a look, there's a fashion, there's an energy, there's a way of thinking, there's a navigating that just doesn't exist anywhere else. I was shocked at how much access the Met gave us. It was beautiful because it was quiet, and in between shots you could walk around and take in the museum in a way that you've never taken it in before. And we had 2.5 weeks to just savor. And that was pretty amazing. And then the night that we shot, the big Met Ball with all the celebrities, I was just sitting in the corner watching it all. Just movie making is pretty amazing sometimes. And that was a piece of movie making I'd never experienced before. This is a heist movie. Heist movies are always fun. You know, how will they get the whatever they're stealing and what antics will happen along the way. But to me, more importantly, this is about just the friendships along the way. To me, it's about their family. They're a family of thieves, but they're a family. Every actor that we had on set has their own unique gift and abilities and talent. And like Kate, the thing that I wanted people to see from Kate is how she's funny. Well, Kate has this innate cool that we all wish we had, but we just don't. Annie embodied Barbie. Annie was Barbie. She committed to Barbie. I don't think we've met Annie yet. I think we had Barbie on set the entire time. She committed to this character of Daphne Kluger. And it was so much fun to watch because she would walk into the room and she would have these mannerisms, do these things. And we literally were like, is that Annie or is that the Barbie talking?